Welcome to the stage of history. I am your illustrious host, Kevin Uncanny Anytime. What's up, y'all? It's Who Am I Wednesday, and what a great day to jump into this conversation, right? Because this is confusing me. Okay, this is really confusing me. So I'm just gonna jump right into it, y'all. Okay, this whole idea, this whole the wording is incredibly interesting to me. It doesn't make any sense. So we got quiet quitting. We got quiet quitting out here, y'all. what is going on here? Quiet quitting. Now, when I heard it, here was my interpretation right away. I was like, oh, people just leaving without saying nothing, right? That's what quiet quitting means to me in my brain, right? It's like, no, I'm finna just bounce and I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna give you 2 weeks notice, nothing. I'm just out, right? That's quiet quitting, man. I don't know why people are saying it's quiet quitting to not do well. Let's go over the definition that I'm getting on social media and on these different pages. I'm sitting here looking at it and I'm like, what are they talking about? They don't know what they're talking about. So here's the deal. Quiet quitting, and this is I'm doing this one from Fox or whatever. Quiet quitting, today's new emerging workplace mindset, describes employees who are doing the bare minimum at work by reducing their commitment, energy, and productivity on the job. What? So you mean to tell me this was not already a thing? They just named it something? Like, hold on, man. This is what's throwing me all the way off, because I'm like, people been doing that for I don't know how long, man. I don't know how long that people have been doing this. What are they talking about? Oh, this new emerging workplace mindset. What are you talking about? The majority of people do the bare minimum at work, dude. What are you talking about? I'm so confused. Okay. Anyway, so let's address this, y'all, because here's what this is gonna do. It's gonna create the wrong mindset for people to go into. Okay, and it's so interesting that they say that this is a new thing, man. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me get off of that. So look, quiet quitting, man. No, that's saying, look, man, I'm coming to this job and I'm doing this job because I'm just trying to get this money that I need to get and provide for my family, and I really don't believe in this. And that's, man, if I could pull a percentage out, that's gotta be like at the least, it's gotta be 60% of people that's working at jobs. I would say it's the least 100%. It's gotta be. That's just my personal opinion, though. But for them to say that it's a starting trend, I don't know how stuff becomes trends. Whatever, dude. Here's the deal, okay? Don't do that. Don't fall into this and be like, yeah, I'm quiet quitting out here, man. I'm just going quiet quit, right? Hey, I've done it, dude. In most cases, you're probably already operating in that mode, right? It's just like, dude, I'm just doing what I gotta do, and then so I can bounce. I'm not trying to stay later. I'm trying to get up out of here, right? That was a mentality for a long time for me, right? I dropped it. Okay, I dropped it. Why did I drop it? It wasn't to further the company's mission. It really wasn't. It was for me. It was for me when I cut the games with doing that. When I stopped just doing the bare minimum. Okay? It wasn't specifically for the company, and this isn't specifically for the company that you're working at. This is for you, man. You need to work hard at your job, and you do need to try and go further. Why? Let's go into the big why, because this is a big why, y'all, and it's a really major thing that you have to think about. Here's the big why, is because if you are at a place of employment, okay, you're there for the majority of your life. Just saying. You're there for 8 hours a day. Just saying. So for 8 hours a day, if you put yourself in the mode of I'm only going to do the bare minimum for 8 hours a day, guess what you're doing to your subconscious? Don't play games with this, y'all. Okay. This is a trick, dude. They put this information out here and talking about it's a trend when it's been a thing. They just highlighting it so that people can now start to put awareness to it and be like, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm quiet quitting. I'm sticking it to the man. I'm just going to chill out. It's like, huh? What are you talking about, dude? What are you talking about? No, that's what most people were doing already for years, for freaking decades, man. I've worked at jobs. We've had conversations about this. Like, hey, they ain't finna get a whole lot out of me. Like, what are you talking about? Right? It takes a specific type of person to be like, nah, this is for me. Like, I need to get into this mode of doing a little bit extra, going a little bit further for me. It does benefit the company. So what? That's a byproduct of how this world works. Right? And so you going a little bit above and beyond is going to in turn help you internally, which is going to in turn help the business, which is going to holistically affect everyone there and the customers and everybody that is involved. That's what it's about. It's not and it's not new, man. It's not new. This is tripping me out. It's not new, man. This is not some new emerging trend. And for them to say, see, like, you got to watch out, man, because of the subliminals, dude. The subliminals, the messaging. What are they talking about, dude? Quitting? It's not quitting. You're not quitting if you're still going to your job and you're doing the bare minimum. You're not quitting. You haven't quit. There's no quitting. So why are they labeling that? Why are they saying that over and over and over again? Right? You got to read between the lines. You got to really see what they talking about and what agenda is trying to be pushed, man. Quiet quitting. Yeah, it's quiet quit. Y'all, let's just quit and be quiet. Like, no, quiet quitting is not a thing because it doesn't make sense for you to say quiet quitting. You could say not productive, not being productive. You could say not putting in a lot of work. You could say not going above and beyond, right? But quiet quitting, that's so confusing. Nobody's quitting. They're just saying, hey, I'm finna just do what I need to do at this job and then I'm going home. Huh? Reducing their commitment, energy, and productivity on the job. That is not a new thing, dude. That is not a new thing. And this is ridiculous. So please don't get caught up into this nonsense, y'all. Yeah. Newly emerging workplace mindset. Ooh, when I saw that, I was like, yep, right away. Hold on. Had a different topic, switching it all the way up. Let me address this immediately. All right. Let me address this right away because no, that has already been people's mindsets for freaking decades. Okay. This is not something new. Don't get tricked into falling into the hype and really diving into it and trying to identify with that type of nonsense verbiage. Okay. You're not quiet quitting. You're performing the task that you have at the job. And whether you want to actually go above and beyond is totally up to you. If you decide to go above and beyond, that's going to benefit you. Okay, it's going to benefit you. Yes, it's going to benefit the company. Yes, you're a part of a matrix and a big old machine and blah, blah, blah. Okay, I understand that. But at the end of the day, it is for you. You're going to learn way more than you ever have by going above and beyond as opposed to just doing the bare minimum. Plus, as I was saying, look at what that can do to your subconscious. Okay, subconsciously over time, you're going to go into a habit pattern of I'm only going to do the bare minimum. So now everywhere you go, you only want to do the bare minimum and you're not going to notice that on the surface. You're not going to notice notice that on the surface. You're not going to notice how that's how it's affecting you every single day, everywhere you go. You're not going to notice that. You got to pay attention to it. You got to see what this really means, though. And I guess I'm kind of glad that they threw this out there, because this can help you to understand deeper into what that actually is. So if you are at work for 8 hours a day and you're like, I'm only doing the bare minimum, I'm only going to do what I feel like I need to do and not go above and beyond, it's only hurting you. It's only hurting you. Don't think about it for the company. Just think about you living this life experience, going into this living existence. Okay? Just think about yourself right now. And don't worry about how much money or the company or whatever the case may be. Don't worry about that. Don't even think about it. Just forget it. Okay? Just totally forget it. And just understand that you are being whatever you are energetically outputting, right? You're being whatever you're outputting. So if you're being low energy, low productive, then that's what you're outputting: low energy, non-productive, right? But if you're being high energy, high production, then that is how you will output high energy, high production. Energetically, that is what you want to pay attention to. It has, like, okay, whatever, companies making money, it doesn't matter, using you, whatever. That's just, don't worry about that. Just don't worry about that right now. Just worry about how it's affecting your subconscious. Okay, that's all I want you to do, is just worry about how it's literally affecting you on a mental subatomic level. Okay, not how it's benefiting blah 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 and whatever the case may be. Yeah, people are getting sick and tired, and they've been sick and tired and whatever, dude. But what we need to do, what the legends need to do, is we need to highlight why it's important for us to work hard on our jobs, right? You work hard on your job, but then you work hard on yourself, work even harder on yourself. And the only way you're going to be able to do that is by working hard on your job, to be able to get the effort, to get the consistency wheel rolling, so that you can be in rhythm. Because if you are low energy at work all day for 8 hours, you not finna just all of a sudden turn up when you get home. That's not how this works. It's just not how it works. You're not going to be like, oh yeah, now I can just, yes, here we go. No, you're going to go in for 8 hours of, I'm only going to do the bare minimum. I'm only going to do the bare minimum. I'm only going to do this. I'm only going to do that. Then you're going to start walking to restaurants. I'm only going to do this. I'm only going to do that. Then you're going to start walking around your house. I'm only going to do this. I'm only going to do that. That's how it's going to affect you. That's how it's going to affect you. That's what you really need to pay attention to. All right. So I don't think I need to really go super deep into this, y'all. Okay. Work harder on yourself than you do on your job, but work hard on your job. Okay. Work hard on your job so you can carry that over to the working hard on yourself. Use those tools and resources that the job give you, whatever career building opportunities, whatever it is, and then bring that over into your personal self-development and be like, oh, okay, so I see that they do this, that, and the other. Now I'm going to implement that into my personal development. That's what's going to help you to excel. That's what's going to propel you into the future of where you're trying to go. If you are trying to bounce out of there, right? But if you're just trying to collect a check and you just like, all right, I'm gonna just collect this check, still don't go into the mindset of, I'm just gonna do the bare minimum. I used to do that, dog. I used to do that, y'all. I already know. Okay. I used to look, I'm gonna tell you one quick story real quick at the end of this. Okay. I used to work at GameStop. Right. And we had to alphabetize the wall of the games, and people come in, they grab the game, they put the game back wherever they want to. The walls was messed up every single day. It was so irritating. Here's what I would do. Bare minimum. Right? Bare minimum. I go over there and be making it look like I'm working and I'm reading the back of what the games are about. That's right. I'm like, well, you know what? I can do this for sales because then I'll be able to talk about the game, but I'm barely putting things back in order like I'm supposed to. I'm like, nope. I'm not even finna do that. I'm making it look like I'm doing it because I'm grabbing just a few games here and there. But I'm looking at the time and I'm like, yep, I'm finna spend some time learning about this game and I'm gonna put it back and I'm making it look like I'm moving and stuff, but it ain't really moving. So it's like I still kind of had a different way of thinking about it. But what I'm saying is that was, I don't know, I kind of made it productive time because I was learning about the games. But I'm saying just don't go into that. Don't go into that realm to where you are trying to do the bare minimum because it is going to trickle into other areas of your life. And that is the key. The Mindset Matters Institute open enrollment is next week, Monday. All right. Just get in, man. That's all I gotta say is get in. Outside of that, yeah, and go to the store and get some gear, man. Mindset Matters, y'all. Get the Mindset Matters gear, Mindset Matters clothing, okay? Keep the crown on so you know what's going on, all right? Never leave home without your crown on. That's why you know Mindset Matters, because you'll have the crown on. It'll remind you, yep, Mindset Matters, man. I got to get it together, all right? So let's get it in, y'all. All right? Love you guys very, very much. Have a fantastic rest of the week. Anytime. Out.